Hello and welcome to the feature discussion for 22nd July 2021. My name is Harsh Singh and this discussion will contain the important article on automation and future of work. Now, this is in news because Deloitte and Autodesk, these two organizations have conducted a survey saying that Asia Pacific region, which also entails the South Asia, they will lose a lot of jobs because of automation and technology, right? They have said that India is among fifth among the 12 Asia Pacific countries it has studied at the risk of automation. And in terms of preparedness, India is at the ninth position. That means there is a greater risk than the preparedness for our own country in terms of losing jobs where automation is in focus, right? So this is a threat, and therefore this is an impending threat. This has always been a threat, but what is required is for us to understand the nuances of this automation process. What is automation? How this automation is getting carried away in various sectors, and how India is bound to change its norms, the way it creates jobs and employment, the way it wants to progress the society, so that there may be increased job creation and increase growth in the market. So let us continue this article. Now, the finding of this study is very important. It says that India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, now these three countries are at most risk of losing the jobs because of the wave of automation. So Corona wave and wave of automation also, which is succeeded Corona wave, right? So this is very important. These three countries. Why? Because these three countries are very much populated in the South Asia region, right? So very much populated and low level of skills. And if more automation is given, then they lose jobs. So very simple. And three important sectors: agriculture, manufacturing, and construction. These three sectors are going to lose more than the other sectors, right, in terms of jobs, right? So this is what it says. And why it has accelerated? Because of pandemic. Because of pandemic, social distancing norms, work from home, right? Automation has got a spur. It has got an increased pace, and therefore these countries are the most vulnerable, right? Construction, it says, will be the hardest hit right now in India. Why? Because construction largely is manual now in rural areas also, specifically in urban areas where construction has started become an automated process. Now if it gets translated to the rural areas also, where will the laborers go? What will they do? So here we must look at what is machine first. Now a simple device which can actually ease human labor is a machine. Even a shower is a machine, right? These lifts, these escalators, what are these? These are machines, very simple devices which make our human labor easy, right? And these are what later make the process automated. So let us see how the processes get automated. Now look, this is the construction sector, right, on the left. Now we've seen human labor also participating. I have also seen the days in which the paving of roads was done manually with humans and only one roller running over it, right? Now these machines have been important, and now they are working all around in all parts of India and constructing highways, right? Later they will also be constructing the smaller roads, district roads and rural roads. Where will those jobs go? They will not be there, right? So the whole construction process is getting automated. Leave that. Look at agriculture. Earlier people used to participate in agriculture, but now these machines are making their job simpler, right? These we can see these drones not only in agriculture sector but defense sector and entertainment all over. They are also participating, right? So participation of humans has reduced and the machines has increased. Now see, the level of automation has changed so much. These automated doors, now they are not only for security but also for ensuring who enters and who does not, right? Now they open automatically and close automatically. We do not need a doorkeeper. Job goes away, right? Look at the metro stations. Do these metros run by humans? No, these metros, even Delhi metros, are automated, right? Only for namesake a person is sitting here, right? But these metros, trains run automatically, so job goes. What about the parking system? Now here is where another job goes, right? Because all the system is automated. Vehicles, right? Now we have Tesla and slowly we will have more companies coming in. All these jobs of drivers, they are getting automated, right? What about medical sector? The jobs getting automated again. Doctors are working on machines and machines are later working with human beings, right? So we see an increased level of automation here, right? Not only that, look at this assembly line. Earlier we had human beings participating in assembly lines, but now the whole process is mechanical and automated, right? What do we see here? We understand that level of automation has increased. A lot of things are what we see today are actually happening in our urban life, right? But what about rural life? If it comes to that place also, then there'll be a loss of jobs, lot of loss of jobs. And that is what we're talking of agriculture. Now agriculture, India, Philippines and Indonesia, they are also having high likelihood of automation, right? But most vulnerable is Pakistan. So these are the vulnerable countries, and most likely preparedness is also very much important. Mining sector, now, India is already on the verge of transiting in automation in mining sector. So these are the three important places: agriculture, construction, and manufacturing, where many jobs may be lost and they are at the risk, right? So this is what the report presents. The report also says, see, there are two ways to looking at automation. One, it ensures that jobs are lost, and second, it creates opportunities. Where do these people go who have lost job? If they are skilled enough, if they transit into a better skill, so it creates new and more meaningful opportunities for them. Jobs are not lost in all the fields, only places where repeated work, mundane task, mundane means the less fruitful and repetitive kind of task, that place only the jobs will be lost. But if people can skill themselves to places where they can actually empower others, and right, in more fruitful ways, right, so they are more meaningful jobs which are getting created also in the way. So this is what the report presents, right? Now we just understood what is technology. Technology is the what is automation? Automation is the application of technology. Simple, very simple. Automation of technology and easing human life, right? So easing human input with application of technology, that is automation, right? And what causes automation? Firstly, the most important thing that causes automation is the breakthrough in technology. Only when we had mobile phones did the physical communication reduce, right? Only when we had the automated cars running did the drivers reduce, right? So what is another reason? Demographic shift. Now in countries like European Union, in Japan, now where there are less population, less people, they need automated jobs, right? They need automated cleaning devices for utensils also, right? Dishwashers, they don't have mechanical and manual workers there, so they will need, where demographic shift requires people to automate, they will have to do that. Urbanization, now because of urbanization only we are seeing automated gates, right, at metro stations. We seeing a lot of technology where automation is there, where for example we just saw the parking space where automated doors were there, right? So because of urbanization, because of shift in global power, right? Now if USA is trying to practice the traditional mode, but USA does not have the global economic power anymore, China has, they will have to follow China's norm, right? And if China is following automated technology, the whole world will have to. So this is an important reason for automation, right? Another is resource scarcity and climate change. Now if things are becoming more efficient with the use of technology, why not use it, right? So because of technology, if things are becoming cheaper, economical, and there is more resource available, they will use it, right? Now what is the benefit of it? First is we see technology, advancement of technology, which is good for the whole human population. So that is one. Economic growth, it creates new demand, right? Now there are automatic technologies, for example Internet of Things, people are wanting that only through their voice command the switches in their home get switched on, right, and switched off. So what is this? This is causing more economic growth, right? Demand, newer demand in the society. It also helps tackle a lot of challenges. For example, very simple, corona crisis, how did we develop this vaccine so fast? How are we fighting the global warming, right? Now how are we creating artificial rains in UAE, right? So this is all automated technology, right? It is helping in societal change also, good ones. Okay, so this is how it is helping. Now how will it affect the workforce? That is most important, because vulnerable, good things are good, but what about mitigating the bad things? So it says, the article says that about half of the activities, not jobs, activities, right? So jobs are fewer lost, but many of the activities will get automated and converted into automated technology, right? So first is a potential job loss will be 15% in the coming 15 years itself. So these people will have to transit immediately into another sector, right? And it will also create jobs. That is an important thing. It will create jobs in those places which require more human brain, they require in advanced level of skills, right? So rising incomes also are there, so people will demand jobs in certain sectors, right? Demand certain skill sets, demand certain kind of services and work, right? So those places jobs will increase, right? So this is what the article says. And there'll be of course change in nature of jobs, right? This is what the article mentions. Now there'll be accordingly change in the kind of skills required for new kind of jobs. When people have more spending power, when economic growth is happening and jobs are kind of changing, so new kind of jobs are getting created which will require more skills, and there'll be change in wages also. So let us look at this part. This is the most important part in this article. It says the social and emotional skills will be required enough, because this is what machines cannot do, right? It also says that cognitive awareness capabilities, cognitive abilities will be more respected. Critical thinking will be more respected, because this is where the machines lack. They can do repetitive tasks, right? But they will not be able to critically think, decision making. This is what has been left to humans, right? So this is where, if one is skilled enough, this is where the jobs are, this is where the money is. So it says there'll be wage polarization. That means some sectors will get a lot of money and some sectors will get less money, right? So like sectors which will get less money, there'll be less advancement in income, right? There'll be income equality. So this is the resultant of it. So this is the conclusion, the most important part of the article, right? So how do we manage this, right? So first we have to maintain this economic growth so that there is demand for new products, right? So this economic growth must be maintained. Now how do we have to retrain people so that there's a transition from the traditional jobs to faster and more these kind of extra skilled jobs? So this is what is more important, retraining of people, right? Now this is where labor mobility is more important. One simple example is multitasking staff. Now what do? Earlier we had only peons working at places, right? So they would draw water from one place and serve it to the guest in office. They would move files from one place to another. Now multitasking staff in government offices, they can also handle computer work, right? They can also speak in varied languages, right? So they can carry out many activities. This is what is required, training in multiple fields at the same time, and providing income and transition support. Now only if we are able to skill, India is able to skill all the blue collar and white collar people from one to the other to the third job, right? Training them in various languages, training them in various skill sets, right? In multiple skill sets. So this is what is the requirement of our. Now if we provide insurance benefits, if we provide benefits so that one labor can move from one city to other, this is how jobs can get created, right? And they can help sustain the labor from transiting from one place to another, right? This is what is required. Now the conclusion of the article is very beautiful. It says that automation is definitely challenging, but it is much richer. It is much richer, and it can provide a lot of benefits to humanity if the ill effects are mitigated, if jobs are created, new jobs are created, if there is more growth, and then we see the effects of technology and automation. They'll be beautiful for human growth. Thank you.